A tiny apartment does not have to feel cramped, chaotic, or visually limited. In fact, smaller homes often provide an opportunity to become more intentional with design because every piece of furniture, every color, and every decorative detail has a greater impact. The most effective small space interiors are not created by simply adding more storage or removing everything from sight. They are designed around balance, flexibility, and visual flow. Soft pastel colors can play an important role in this process because they reflect light, create gentle transitions, and introduce personality without the visual heaviness often associated with darker or highly saturated tones. Shades such as pale blue, muted pink, soft lavender, gentle sage, creamy peach, and buttery yellow can make a compact apartment feel lighter and more inviting. However, the real secret is using these colors strategically. Instead of treating pastel shades as random decorative accents, consider them part of a larger design system that connects the entire apartment. When colors, furniture proportions, storage solutions, and lighting work together, even a very small home can feel remarkably comfortable, organized, and visually spacious. One of the most valuable principles of tiny apartment decorating is to begin with function before focusing on decoration. Before choosing furniture or accessories, consider how the space is actually used throughout the day. A living room may need to function as a relaxation area, workspace, dining zone, and occasional guest room. A bedroom may also need to provide storage, dressing space, or a quiet place to work. This is why multifunctional design is so important in compact homes. Furniture should ideally serve more than one purpose whenever possible. A table may work as a dining surface and desk, an ottoman may provide seating and hidden storage, and a sofa may transform into a sleeping area. Vertical space should also be treated as valuable real estate. Shelves, wall-mounted cabinets, hooks, and tall storage units can provide capacity without consuming precious floor area. Once the functional structure of the apartment is carefully planned, soft pastel colors can be introduced to define different zones while maintaining visual harmony. This approach ensures that the apartment is not only attractive but also genuinely practical for everyday life. Color has a powerful influence on how we perceive the size and atmosphere of a room. In a tiny apartment, soft pastel colors can help create a feeling of openness because they tend to reflect light and produce softer visual transitions between surfaces. However, the most successful pastel interiors usually rely on coordination rather than excessive variety. Choosing a small group of related shades can make the apartment feel connected from one area to another. For example, a foundation of warm white or pale cream might be combined with soft blue, muted sage, and a subtle blush accent. The colors do not need to appear equally everywhere. Instead, they can be repeated through cushions, artwork, curtains, rugs, furniture, ceramics, or small decorative objects. This repetition creates continuity, allowing the eye to move smoothly through the apartment. Pastels can also be used to create visual zones in an open-plan layout. A soft blue rug might define the living area, while pale green accessories identify a workspace or dining corner. By using color intentionally, you can create the impression of separate functions without building walls that would make the apartment feel smaller. In a tiny apartment, organization is not simply a practical concern, it is a central part of the overall design. Clutter can make a small room feel dramatically smaller, while thoughtful storage can create a sense of calm and spaciousness. The goal is not to hide everything but to give every item a logical home. Hidden storage is especially useful beneath beds, inside ottomans, under benches, and within multifunctional furniture. At the same time, open storage can become decorative when it is carefully arranged. Floating shelves can display books, plants, ceramics, and personal objects while using vertical space efficiently. Baskets and storage boxes can also contribute to the color palette, turning organization into part of the visual identity of the room. Soft pastel storage pieces can add charm without becoming visually overwhelming. Another important strategy is to avoid filling every available surface. Leaving some negative space allows the eye to rest and makes the room feel more intentional. A well-organized apartment is not necessarily one with fewer possessions, it is one where possessions are thoughtfully edited, stored, and displayed. This balance between accessibility and visual simplicity is what makes small spaces feel both functional and beautiful. The final goal of decorating a tiny apartment is not simply to make it appear larger. A successful small home should also feel comfortable, personal, and emotionally welcoming. This is where lighting, texture, natural elements, and meaningful decoration become especially important. Layered lighting can transform the atmosphere after sunset by combining different sources at different heights instead of relying on a single harsh ceiling light. Soft textiles can introduce warmth through curtains, rugs, bedding, and cushions, while plants and natural materials bring freshness and texture into the room. Mirrors can reflect light and create depth, but personal objects are what ultimately make the apartment feel like home. The key is to choose these elements carefully so that the space remains expressive without becoming overcrowded. Soft pastel colors provide an excellent foundation because they allow personality to emerge gradually through layers of texture and detail. Ultimately, maximizing every inch is not about filling every corner. It is about understanding how each area can serve a purpose, how each design decision can improve daily life, and how a thoughtful combination of color, function, storage, and personality can transform even the smallest apartment into a home that feels spacious, peaceful, and uniquely yours.